Feel me like a Hellcat.
Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm ObscureAngelPT. You have there my Twitter too. So today we have here Cossacks free, which was developed by GSkill World, and they are using their build engine. So we are currently looking to the settings menu. You have here plenty of settings that you can choose from. So this is the high presets, the median, and let me just show you the low. Okay, so this is the presets that you can choose from graphically, but you can customize anything on the graphic settings. So let me just put the game completely maxed out. Okay, that's done, and let me start a little mission of the campaign. I really wanted to make deathmatch, but the last time I made deathmatch I was more than 1 hour playing, and I don't think it's fine to have 1 hour game just to show a little bit about the game and the benchmarking. So the game runs with OpenGL, and at least they are using OpenGL and they are porting it to the Linux and Mac OS. So if you are a Linux or Mac OS user, just wait a little bit, because in some time you can buy this game. Okay, so what do I have to tell you about the Cossacks free? So Cossacks free, in case you don't know, like I told you, it was developed by GSkill World. GSkill World was the developers of the Cossacks 1 and Cossacks 2, but you may know this developer better because of the Stalker series. So GSkill World was the developers of the Stalker. I appreciated a lot those games. It had some problems, but it had the very best atmosphere that I ever seen in my entire life. So what this Cossacks free brings to the table, really. So I don't know about you, but when I see that Cossacks free was releasing, the only thing that I did pray is that it would be similar for Cossacks 1 and not Cossacks 2. I know that Cossacks 2 made a lot of improvements, but I didn't really like them, and I preferred the Cossacks 1 style of gameplay. And what I really wanted from Cossacks was more or less what Age of Empires 2 HD was. A remake or a remaster of the Age of Empires 2 with full compatibility with the Windows 10, Windows 7, Windows 8, as well as multiplayer. And so Cossacks free shouldn't be really called Cossacks free, because this game feels exactly like Cossacks 1. For me, it's entirely fine. This is what I really wanted, was more and less style game of Cossacks 1, but many people are a little bit disappointing with that. But apart from that, I really enjoy what GSkill World done in here. What they done was mostly rebuilt an entire engine for supporting 3D and 3D stuff like real-time reflections, 3D units, 3D buildings. They made this entirely. Okay, so they rebuilt all the 3D system. It's not really an Age of Empires 3 style graphics, but it's very enjoyable to play, and the game is excellent indeed. And despite that, they really improved the artificial intelligence. All the rest, it seems more and less like Cossacks 1. So if for some reason you miss Cossacks 1 and you really want to play something more and less like it, Cossacks free is not going to disappoint you. Okay. There are some people on Steam claiming about problems, but I don't think there is a problem with the game itself. Okay, there is some stability problems, people say it, I didn't add it yet, but GSkill World is releasing updates every day, and this is very good. It seems that they are very dedicated towards this game, which is good. They plan to release free content, and they plan to release paid DLCs, so they are not going to abandon this game. The multiplayer now works too. I'm not going to test it, but already works. There was a problem with the multiplayer on launch, but now it works, and that is good news. The only thing that I have to point the finger in this game is the lack of some countries that was present on the Cossacks 1. But apart from that, everything about the game is entirely perfect. The only problem that we have is with our system over here. So we have an AMD system running out this game. As you can see, it's an AMD Phenom II and HD 7850, and AMD was never too much famous with OpenGL, and we can actually see the problem in here. You can see that the frame rate is nothing special, although we are recording. If you want to check the results without recording, you just need to press the red rectangle saying Framerate on the upper left corner, but either way the performance was mostly on the maximum settings between the 30s and the 40 frames. You might say that okay, you should lower the settings. Not really, because the main problem is bottleneck, but I think it's mostly caused because of the AMD system. Okay, GSC game board might have a problem with the engine, might be a little bit more demanding than it should be, but yet there is a problem with AMD with this game or with OpenGL, because my laptop runs this better than my desktop, and that is completely not normal. So I'm gonna let you enjoy a little bit of gameplay about the game. I will shut up myself, okay? So hope you enjoyed the rest of the video and hope to see you soon. Goodbye. Hello boys and girls, welcome back now to the performance section of the video, and as you can see, like I did told you, the game runs mostly between the 30s and the 40s. We can see some major centering in there, like 4 peaks. This was between more and less 15 minutes. We see those 4 peaks. Some peaks are caused by the autosave, but some others are not. The game sometimes stutters, but it's really a problem that I don't understand why this is happening. This might be the game, might be the AMD OpenGL that does this too on the other games. But what I can see is, despite the game have those peaks, the game runs fine with the maximum settings, so there is no problem. But I was expecting the game to run excellent with 60 frames or something like that, which is a little bit disappointing. So frame rate lower than 30s, we just have 4.3%. It's mostly those peaks that represent that, and the game only uses like 700 megabytes of VRAM. The RAM usage was below the 4 gigabytes, which is very good if you only have 4 gigabytes of RAM. The CPU usage was completely stuck at 50%, and I believe that the game only uses 2 cores, or only can use the CPU to 50%, because the GPU usage was severely bottlenecked. So which means that if for some reason you have a Phenom II, but you have a weaker graphic card than me, let's imagine that you have half of the power of my graphic card, you can still manage to have the same frame rate as me, because that is really a big bottleneck in here. And I think this only happens on AMD, but I will see that on my laptop video of my GT 740M. So as you can see, this is what you could expect from the performance of Cossacks 3. I really love the game, you should try it out. It's 20 euros on Steam. You have the page on my description, okay, of the video. So guys, thank you a lot for watching, hope you did enjoy the video, and hope to see you soon. Thank you a lot, goodbye.